Today, we're going to look at the CPM and see how important it is. You need to understand that CPM is one of the most important metric when it comes down to rating your data. Obviously, the CPC, the CTR, those metrics are way more valuable, but people are sleeping on the CPM, and I'm going to explain you why today. The first thing that you need to understand when it comes down to the CPM is this metric is going to tell you if you are good or not choosing the right interest. So the CPC and the CTR is going to let you know if your creative or your product is great, and the CPM is going to let you know if you have chosen the right audience. So how does that work? Very simple. You need to understand that every time that you select an audience on Facebook, whatever it's no audience, whatever if it's a specific audience, beauty niche, whatever, Facebook is going to launch it to a few thousand people. And based off the cost of those few thousand people clicking, interacting, it's going to basically determine if it's a low CPM or a high CPM. So it's impression minus the cost of your ads. That's what it is. And I know it sounds complicated, but it is not. And the way that it is and why it would be cheaper or why it would be more expensive is just how interested your audience is overall. As you can see on here, most of our CPM is below $20. Here it's 32. Not a big deal. It's not too bad. But normally when it starts getting to the 50s, 60s, 70s, this is when it starts becoming unprofitable. And that simply means that your audience is not great. And I'm going to show you an example later on. Obviously, now I'm showing you an example with like $8 CPM. This means this audience is very interactive. It really likes the product. Again, $8 CPM again means it's insane. $20 between 30, like 20 to $30 is an average, is not incredible, but also is not bad. It's just you're on the average. Everything below $20, it means people really like it. Below $5 is outstanding, unless you have a big, big, massive winning product. I don't think that would be the case. But overall, everything under $30 is just like the sweet spot where you want to be. 32 is not that bad, to be honest. But it is what it is. As you can see on here, we have other ones where it says like 19, 16, 8, 8, 8, 38, 22, 19. And guys, just to let you know, I'm reading this data on TripleWhale because Facebook doesn't track properly since iOS 14, I believe. So Facebook doesn't track the data properly. It misfire on certain ad set. It overtrack on others. It is just a mess. So we use TripleWhale in order to read the data, the Facebook data. So as you can see, CPM 19, 16, 8. So you know, we are well approximately we're there. Some of them will be 38, but you cannot nail down every single interest. And that's the thing. I'm showing you, good ones, but I'm going to share to you some horrible one as well, because obviously on here is when I nail down our interest properly. And as you can see, when you have a very low CPM, then your CPC is going to be very low, then your CTR is going to be very low. So it is extremely important for you to have a low CPM overall. But it's not the metric that I, let's say, look at the most, but it definitely tells me if I'm choosing the correct interest. I know choosing the correct interest is not an exact science. It's not too complicated, but it's not too easy as well. It's a balance of both. It's like, okay, you want to know what is your product, you want to know who's the type of audience who's going to buy it, but at the same time, you never know 100%. So you're guessing most of the time. But like I said, on here, oops, sorry, let me go back. I'm going to share you this one afterwards. But like I said, everything under $30. This one is a little bit pushing it, like 38. It's a little bit too high. As you can see, even the CPC like over $1. This one $2, but CPM is great. simply means that probably the product is not it. Like the product's not good, or maybe the creative. We need to dive deeper into that. But at first, it tells me that okay, people are not interacting with what I'm showing them, but it is the right audience. So at least my audience was great. Now let's look at this right here. So definitely on here, you can see we have a mix of multiple things because obviously me and my brother we test like a ton of products every single week. And on testing those products, you can see CPM 32, 27, 29. So it is a pretty nice average. You see some 15 right here, but let's look at this. 210 CPM. So this lead me to believe that it's not the right audience. It's way too high, but the CPC is very low. I believe that it's because um this CPC is very low and the CTR is to the roof normally because the ads just started running. So it's just like a lucky click, but it's not because it's extremely nice. Normally, those three metrics are correlated to each other. And look, it says 100%. You will never have a CTR of 100%. So this means that it's the first click of the day. But CPM already too high. I know it's too high, like 41, 40, $81. So those one the audience wasn't nailed down properly, but definitely as long as you have more that are good than bad, it's okay. As you can see, we have what, 1 2 3 4 5 6, and we have like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. So 10 that are good, 6 that are bad. It's okay with me. Those ones could lead to sales. 41, 48 is not the end of the world. 81 and 210 are definitely above what I want, but it's not the end of the world. So this is what I look overall, and that tells me like, okay, I need to work more on finding the correct audiences, or definitely I'm on the right path and I need to continue the way that I'm doing. And how do I find my perfect audience? We have made a lot of videos about it. You can watch those videos or simply use ChatGPT. Like use ChatGPT, show them your picture. Who do you think is going to buy this product? And try to brainstorm ideas. Every single time that me and my brother will launch a product, obviously the process is very simple, is very fast, but we try to take our time to analyze every single piece of data possible to know, okay, this is the right audience, this is not the right audience, this is possibly an audience that we can see if it works, because you never know what could work. At the end of the day, we had some product that we were like, okay, this is the type of audience. We're testing all other audiences, but we know this is what works, and it's not what is like what we thought would work doesn't work, and what we thought would doesn't like not work too well worked. So you never know, but as long as you guess 70%, 80% of the time that you're correct, I think you're good to go with. And it's not too hard. If you have a product for beauty, try to target people around beauty. If you have a piece of clothing, target people that are like, let's say, where would you wear this piece of clothing, or what type of brand would sell the similar piece of clothing. So you don't need to overthink things too hard when it comes to the interest whatsoever, but it is something that you need to take the time to see. Like, sometimes I want me to tell you something. We sold a belt once, and that belt, we were like, okay, what, like, everybody will target belts. Obviously, everyone will do the same thing. So what can we do to be different, but it's going to target the same kind of people? And we're like, okay, who's looking for belts? Well, the people that are looking for belts are people that are searching for jeans. So if you buy a new jeans, and it's a classic jeans, probably you want a new belt with it. So we targeted jeans, and it blew off. Like, that interest were like giving an insane amount of sales with like a 5+ ROAS, and we're like, this is it. Like, you just need to think a little bit outside the box, but not too crazy. You just think about who would wear those belts, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, this is the video of today. If you have any question whatsoever, let me know. The CPM is extremely important. If you don't have a good CPM, then relaunch your product with new interest, because definitely it's not what it is. But Yeah, hopefully that you like this video. You understand a little bit more about how to read your metrics, and see you on the next video. Peace out.